Hey guys, so there's something that's really interesting I've noticed. I mean, I literally had enough courage to go, God dang it, to go to like stores today. And well, maybe you don't know because I don't know when you're gonna watch this, or if anybody is, or if it's gonna be like 3 years and someone's gonna find it and it's gonna be like old, less than 30 years old me, maybe. I don't know. But today is Sunday, and I mean, I did go in the morning when stores just opened, but I managed to actually go to a few stores today that have like cult type of followings. It's a nice way I can put it, because it's one of those, like, some of the stores that people will show up in like hordes with coupons. And so I have a Christmas tree store. They're called Christmas tree stores and more. In some states, either way, they are a like discount store owned by Bed Bath and Beyond. So everything that other like that the store who owns them, which I believe it's called Harmon's, like the big people who own both of those stores. So everything trickles down. They're next to each other, but I don't make a lot of money. So, I went there. I needed some adulty things. Not fun adulty. Oh, I got makeup, but otherwise not fun adulty things. Things like, liners for my shelves, because I don't like when I pick my cup up and there's like a little bit of paint. It really bugs me. Like, I can't even drink whatever it is. I won't give it to my dog or my child. So we got that, a couple cleaning supplies, some makeup, because I feel sort of like that is going to allow me to feel, God, this is kind of like a gender stereotype, but not really, because guys could do this too, right? Doesn't matter who you are. You just feel more powerful or confident when you have certain things going on. And I'm sorry. Also today I found my thing of like all of my glasses, and I'm one of those people who's like, I have a prescription, but it's not super bad. My disease sometimes causes it so like my eyesight is fine most of the time. I'm trying to just like get out of that reflection. My eyesight's fine most of the time, and then sometimes it's like it starts like getting bad. So all of my eyesight, like, spectacles are really close to being the exact same prescription. So you can't see my eyes, but I have them because you saw it before I put the glasses on. We're gonna call that good. It's messy back there. Let's turn it this way. Okay. So anyway, yeah, I actually had like enough courage. I'm so surprised this helped as much as it did. Like, just talking it out on a video camera to like no one. But I'm actually not surprised in the same way that I watch a couple other channels where there are people who are, they've kind of like given me the confidence watching their videos from a few years like up to now, how much like more okay with themselves they are. So I started to think, you know what, just throw yourself out there. It's not going to make a difference, right? So we went there and we just got, by we I mean my son and I, not that he participated that much. I mean, I got a couple things for him, but yeah, we went to there, and then we went to Big Lots, which is another store. I know it's in the US, it may be in Canada, and it might not be through the whole United States. I've only lived on like the eastern side in Michigan and Georgia, so they're popular stores there. You find name brand most everything. I do believe they do have their own brand of some things, I'm not sure. And so like if you want makeup or socks or paper products or food, as long as you're not one of those people who's like, oh my god, this thing made of like purely sugar is past its expiration date, because not everything in that store is, but heads up guys, sugar, honey doesn't spoil. Like, chill. Yeah, so we went there, and we went also to the dollar store. Like all my favorite stores. Short of thrift store shopping, which I have to do when there's literally no one, including my son, with me because it takes too long. And, you know, I was in the first store and I was able to be a little more free with talking to him and doing the little silly songs that I do at home, but not in front of people. I am not the best, as we can tell. Also, this is a cheap lipstick or something. But anyway, it just kind of is gave me some more confidence. I'm sorry, there's a train outside my house. It just somebody texted me. It distracted me. I get distracted. So anyway, like, yeah, it was enough confidence for me to make it fun with him, and you know, we didn't do a huge amount of any like crazy stuff. Just some things that I sometimes think I don't like think about, or I think I should do this because it's really irritating and then I never do. I got an awesome metric beaker to put all my makeup brushes and things that I don't want touching other things inside of. My son actually tried to say ball, so guess what we ended up with? A ball. And, you know, stuff like that. But sometimes, you know, I have the anxiety of like I should not be spending money. But at the same time, when you need stuff and like something is 50 cents and your child is actually interested in it, you know, you do it. The only other thing he says is toot toot because he is obsessed with trains. And you know, I've been trying to find like a plush or stuffed, whatever you want to call that, a stuffy. I've heard all these kind of weird things. I would call it like a stuffed animal style toy for him because he wants to sleep with hard like wood and plastic trains, and then when you roll on them, it's clearly uncomfortable, and then he wakes up. But I cannot find them at normal stores for a price that's less than $10 because why? Especially even on the internet. It's hard. You can find ones on eBay, but the issue for me is China. I don't have a problem with things made in China, but I do have a problem with sellers on eBay and what was the other one that I used for a while? Wish, or anybody who's owned by that company. And it's only because their products are often really, really inferior quality, or if their clothes are like super small or weirdly sized or stitched wrong and they rip, and it takes like months for stuff to show up, and sometimes it doesn't even show up. And on eBay, I started using it like the day I turned 18 because I'm that kind of person. But my problem is it took me all of, you know, slightly less than a year to realize that that was a bad thing. I wasn't getting items. Things would take forever. They'd be like not even like remotely close to what I ordered. So anyway, I found someone who is secondhand selling one. Hopefully, it'll be in my house in like 3 days because I feel really bad. My son doesn't talk. I love him so much, but we do have some kind of issues going on. And when he likes something enough to try to like say a word, who wouldn't be suckered into that? He's like the cutest little bugger ever, right? So I'm not going to talk for much longer because it's almost 4:30, and he did not fall asleep till like 2, so I was giving him half-hour leeway. Oh, I also got that elephant decal right there, but it's like in half, so when you open the closet, the door split open. When you put it together, it's an elephant again. And I got a few wall decals because I'm a little utilitarian. And I think it's just being afraid of spending money. But I got some wall decals for, like where my degree hangs, because it makes me feel like I might be a person. And, you know, stuff like that. But I'm gonna go. I might upload something later. I did let him choose one fun thing because he was, we were at probably Bed Bath & Beyond, and they had some Star Wars edition. I don't watch that, but they have like edition version of lipstick, and it's some great, like, okay, if you turn it over, it looks like a pink gold color, but when you put it on your lips, it makes me look like I have liver failure. But because it was on like a markdown over a markdown over a markdown, it was like 25 cents. Let him get it. He's never seen me with lipstick. He thinks it's the most fascinating thing in the world. So you know what? Let him play with it. Just like nail polish, right? Crayons. He wanted a pink shirt that he likes to walk around in. Who cares? If it makes him happy, it makes him happy. I'm going to go get him up. If I feel... Because, like, all of this shopping took, like, a huge toll on me. Because even halfway through the first store we went to, I was feeling like my legs were hard to walk. I was getting dizzy every time I, like, squatted or sat or stood up. And then it got worse in the next store to the point, like, my vision was kind of going out. And I can handle it because I know there's reflexes your body has. Like, if you hold your breath and kind of, like, tighten your stomach muscles, you can stop that blood pressure or heart rate, like, drop or fall or raise too fast. But it doesn't fully prevent it. And I'm, like, super out of breath. But, like, sorry, my gums don't look, the real ones, any lighter than the matched healthy ones on the top. So, I don't think it's anemia. I don't know. I'm kind of like really tired now. My whole body is just aching. That kind of makes me anxious on its own because I don't like the idea of like passing out or not being able to breathe. Though I don't know many people who are like, yay, no air. So I am going to go and get my son up so we can attempt to sleep through the night because I only got like 3.5 hours of sleep, which is double the amount of sleep I've been getting in the past few nights, but not that great. So, I don't know, I'm waiting. God, it's Sunday. So my doctor probably won't answer and like change. She ordered Compazine because I'm terrified of taking the Finagrin right now because it's been my standby for years, but now it's making me twitch, or not twitch, but feel like I want to. And so like she ordered it oral. She's the GI doctor who knows that I don't take oral meds. And when I said something, she's just like, oh, well, we could try suppository, but because I have like full on like from mouth to butthole, my GI system is messed up. So that's not going to work either. And I'm going to see if she's going to answer me or like order the correct thing. If not, I will legit just skip her and go to my primary care doctor because they're all in the same spectrum of like healthcare provider network. So they all could talk to each other, but they don't. So I'm just going to tell him, like, look, she won't order it or she's not answering. And I really, really, really would like to sleep and not throw up and also sleep. Like, I can't trade it off. I can't stop turning off my TPN because that's like not eating and not drinking. And it makes you feel awful. So that's like a huge digression from how this started. But either way, that's my plan today. And the outside weather, I'm in Michigan. It's like February 11th. So it's like depressing weather. It's like 40 or 30, but it's like windy and humid and sort of raining, but not. It's just gross. Like, you don't care about the weather. But it's not making me feel any better. This is the best lighting I can get, and I have a window open. But fortunately, I'm upstairs, so less people think I'm crazy. I'm gonna go. I do, like, I've said this is the fourth time I've said this. I have to wake my son up. I don't like doing it because he gets really sad. But at the same time, if he's not gonna sleep at night, it's a problem for both of us. So I'm gonna go get him up. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I've got that. I have a Reddit, but I don't know how I could be a millennial and not really know how to set up a community for that, but I don't. Or it's just because I looked at all the tabs, but I don't have a computer currently, and so maybe that's something I need to do with the computer. I don't know. And yeah, you could subscribe to the YouTube. I don't expect you to. You don't have to watch this. I don't really even care if anymore. I can go back and watch it, which somehow is cathartic to listen to myself whine about my own life. But uh, I'm just hoping that everyone who would be watching this is doing it because it's interesting or you feel the same way or you identify. And I've been living by the congratulations, like, it's okay, you made it to tomorrow. Because making it through another week right now is even hard to think about. And it's not because of any reason other than I just feel really sick. So it's really hard to think about making it through another day of like your whole body aching and you're really nauseous and every time you smell or taste something, like I can still eat but I end up getting sick no matter what. But there are certain foods like that I like to eat. Like usually it's candy or coffee, something that is low volume or less likely to like ferment and make me eat them. Ew. Sorry TMI, but all of those things, like I love coffee usually, and the smell of it's making me sick. Like, it's becoming to a point where you feel so terrible all day, and then you can't even look forward to sleeping because you can't. So, if you've made it to today, good. You know, you could make it tomorrow. I don't have 1,000 movies or video. Dear Lord, that shows my age. I don't have a lot of videos up because this is like my third day of attempting to set up a channel. But if you're watching this and you feel like you can't make it through, you need more things to watch to, I don't know, like calm you down or distract you. I watch, and okay, these are YouTube channels. They don't know about me. I'm like small, human, insignificant in the world. But I watch Graveyard Girl, and she's the most recent one I've been watching where I've said, look, I've watched from her beginning to now, which is several years, and she seemed so much more okay with herself. And that's when I went, okay, you know what? I can do this because I've wanted to. I've made videos for years and deleted them. I never even uploaded them because I saw myself and I was like, God, you're just such a complainer. I like Good Mythical Morning. Has nothing to do with anxiety, but they're super entertaining. It's really easy to distract yourself. They have years of videos, so like you've got a long period of time. I like Chen News. It used to be Double Chen News. I don't know what it's called now. Their videos are really short, but it's just news, and they have a lot of things that are just humorous, get ya feeling good. I can't remember what the other one I watch is. I like Top 100. I don't remember what the name of the channel is. That one can be anxiety provoking. You have to pick and choose the topics of the top 100 you're watching because, at least for me, so hopefully you can find something else to watch if you've run out of videos and for some reason you're like watching mine to feel better, though I don't expect people to, but I figured if I'd let you know what has gotten me through some of my worst times, that maybe it would help you. I will have to look up this other one that I watch a couple that are basically just food, but Tasted. They might still have their channel with all their old videos, but they no longer upload new ones, but they're really sarcastic and they have potty language, so if you don't want to listen to that, then just don't. But I just think it's one of those things for me that's like cathartic because it's not about any real terrible scary situations. It's not about politics. It's not about I like to watch people's anxiety vlogs, but I also like to watch stuff like that. And I guess I'm just saying this because I've felt several times when I'm watching stuff just to get through the day and I run out of things, like this panic. Like I either have to rewatch something or I have to find something new, and I don't like new things. So, yeah, take a deep breath, close your eyes, breathe out. You can make it till tomorrow, because that's what I was telling myself. I'm gonna go. This is now all the way at 20 minutes. God, I'm bad at making it short. See ya.